Hello everyone, this is Teacher Del, and today we will talk about marketing mix. What is marketing mix? This refers to the set of actions or tactics that a company uses to promote its brand or product in the market. We will be discussing the 7 P's in marketing mix: price, place, process, product, people, physical evidence, and promotion. Let us go to product. The product should fit the task consumers want it for. It should work and it should be what the consumers are expecting to get. Okay, so most of the time when we have purchased a product, we always have to expect something, or we have to think about what are the consumers expecting. That's why we have the famous lines, expectation versus reality. Well, some do adhere to the expected product. Like for example, we have this one, KFC. Please, this is just an example. So KFC, we have here their chicken. Okay, so commercial versus reality, they really hit that expected product from them. While some may not really hit what the commercial has just shown. Like for example, with this one, you can see that this pie is full of filling, while in reality, it's not that full. But there are also products that are just downright ridiculous in person compared to the commercial. Just like this one, this coat and this horrible candy. Okay, let us proceed to place. Place, the product should be available from where your target consumer finds it easiest to shop, whether it is in physical shop or online shop. So of course, if it's online, it's an online shop. You also have to think about what platform or what website or application are you going to use to promote your shop online. Okay, so location. For most retail businesses, foot traffic is extremely important. You don't want to be tucked away in a corner where shoppers are likely to bypass you or pass you by, and even the best retail areas have dead spots. So for example, you have your restaurant or your food cart, then you have to pick the place or the location wherein there's the heavy traffic. However, by contrast, if your business requires confidentiality, you may not want to be located in a high traffic area. So like for example, you're a private investigator investigating something really private, well, you have to be located in a place wherein your clients would secretly go to you without getting much attention from a lot of people. Okay, let's proceed to price. The price, that's a good question. Every time we buy a product, we would always ask how much. Online, you will always see the HM, how much. So how much is the product? The product should always be seen as representing good value for money. This does not necessarily mean it should be the cheapest available. For example, your product is made of a very high quality material or ingredient. Of course, it is expected that that product's price is quite pricey, right? You don't want to lose from your capital or your investment to create that product, right? But there are also products that may use cheaper materials. However, the quality is really good, so it's a good value for money. Next one is your promotion. These tools should be used to put across the organization's message to the correct audiences in the manner they would most like to hear, whether it be informative or appealing to their emotions. So we will be discussing the elements of a promotional mix. The first one, personal selling. meeting potential customers through attending seminars, and organizing training sessions while teaching customers how to use the product. So sometimes you would see personnel trying to demo their product in front of you, right? So it's like a training, or they would invite people telling them, oh, we have a free buffet and you may attend this, and that, because they want to meet you, they want to talk to you, and they want to tell you about their product or services offered. Next one, sales. Encouraging customers to purchase your product through coupons, online discount codes, or rebates. That's why sometimes when we go to a restaurant, for example, McDonald's or Jollibee, just like that, they would give out some coupons, right? So you can have like a discount like 5%, 10% if you buy this and you buy that. Well, a lot of people are really encouraged to buy something because of a rebate or a discount. So if they bought that during that time and they actually liked it, so they will be encouraged to buy it even without the discount or the coupons. The next one, direct marketing. Reaching out to customers directly through targeted email blasts, flyers, direct phone calls, or paid promotional segments on TV. That's why sometimes when we log in into a website, or not really necessarily logging in, but just opening a website or a web page, they would always ask you, would you like to receive newsletters? Okay, so sometimes they would, if you do agree with that, then they would email you a lot of news and stuff, and even advertisements from their company. Second to the last, advertising. Get the word out about your product through different media. Okay, so you can use different medias this times, like the TV, newspaper, magazines, radio, internet, social media, or even mobile games. Okay, so of course in advertising, you also have to think about who are your target consumers, or who are your target market. If they are the ones like the olds or the elders, of course, most of them are not really acquainted with online things, right? So it's still better for you to advertise using radio or newspaper or even a TV. Last one, public relations. How the company appears to the public. Of course, despite having the best service or product, but if your company appears a bit negative to the public, then those products will be downright ignored. Just like in the Philippines recently. What should I say? Basta sa mga Pilipino dyan, yung nangyari sa Ligo, di ba? So yung Ligo, syempre sardinas, di ba? Yung dilata. Kung gusto niyo malaman kung ano nangyari sa Ligo at sa gobyerno, between Ligo at the government of the Philippines, search nyo na lang. Okay? So, public relations, how the company appears to the public. Kaya, ayun, search nyo kung gusto nyo. Okay. So, let's proceed to people. Having the right people is essential because they are as much as part of your business offering as the products or services you are offering. So just like, for example, you're going into this famous restaurant because your friend told you it's really good, the pizza, the pasta are really good. However, when you went inside that restaurant, the service is really bad. Like the waitress, the servers have such bad attitude. So it's a bummer, right? So I don't care, for me personally, okay? I don't care if you have a good pasta or a good food, but then if your service is downright bad, I'm sorry, I'm not going back. Okay, so you have to choose the right people. Because it's about the right people with the right abilities in the right place at the right time. Just like what Jim Collins said in his book, Good to Great. People are not your most important asset. The right people are. Get the right people on the bus, the wrong people of the bus and the right people in the right seats. No matter what kind of business you are in, having the right people determines success or failure. Let us proceed to process. The delivery of your service is usually done with the customer present, so how the service is delivered is once again part of what the consumer is paying for. We have 4 types of processes. The first one is your technological process. The process of creating tangible products is called technological process. The objective is to ensure that the customers feel the product to be theirs. The manufacturer should ensure that he creates the product that is wanted by the customers and should also make the products that he, as a businessman, would want to sell in the market. The balance between both would ensure that the technological process would run smoothly. The next one, electronic process. Use of receipts or barcodes or forms or other methods of information about a particular product of a company that manufactured them is called an electronic process. This also includes the course which is used to scan with the help of an application using a mobile phone. So sometimes when a product is offered to us, there's always that code, the barcode or the QR codes, and then if you scan that, you will be taken directly where they wanted you to be. Next one, direct activities. Direct activities, as the name suggests, is about the reactions of the customers regarding the process. How do they feel about the process that they just underwent through is known there by making any changes if necessary, in order to make the process more smoother. Direct activities are occurred and recorded in present time. And the last one under process, indirect activities. The interaction does not take place in person, and it happens before or after the product has been bought is termed as indirect activity. Now, indirect activity mostly happens if you buy online. So after you receive the product, you can write a review. So that's already after the product has been bought. And the last one in the 7 P's of marketing mix is your physical evidence. Almost all services include some physical elements, even if the bulk of what the consumer is paying for is intangible. Example, traveling. So traveling is intangible, it's an experience. The physical environment is the space which you are surrounded when you consume the service. For a journey or a travel, it is the aircraft that you travel inside. The physical environment is made up from its ambient conditions, spatial layout and functionality, and signs, symbols, and artifacts. Let's go with ambience. The ambient conditions include temperature, color, smell and sound, music and noise. The ambience is a package of these elements which consciously or subconsciously help you to experience the service. Ambience can be diverse. The ambience of a health spa is relaxing and calm, and the music and smells underpin this experience. The ambience of a nightclub will be loud noise and bright lights, which enhance this customer experience, obviously in a different way. The marketer needs to match the ambience to the service that is being delivered. Next one is your spatial layout. The spatial layout and functionality are the way in which furniture is set up or machinery spaced out. It is how the furniture or the things arranged in that environment. Think about the spatial layout of your local cinema or a church or temple that you have visited and how this affects your experience of the service. Functionality is more about how well suited the environment is to actually accomplishing your needs. Like, for example, is the seat in the cinema comfortable? Or, for example, in an aircraft, can you reach your life's jacket easily if something happens or something bad happens? And the last one is your corporate branding. Finally, corporate image and identity are supported by signs, symbols, and artifacts of the business itself. Examples of this would be the signage in Starbucks, which reassures the consumer through branding. So, even though you don't say Starbucks and then you see the symbol of Starbucks, you know it's Starbucks. When you visit an airport, there are signs which guide you around the facility smoothly, as well as statues and logos displayed throughout the complex. This is all important to the physical evidence as a fundamental element of the services marketing mix. So that's it for our lesson for today. This is Teacher Del signing off.